We met while he was still in Vietnam.
Yeah, right.
And we got engaged while he was in Vietnam when we met.
Yeah.
So you can see why I fell in love with him.
Yeah.
In September, we were married 53 years, and that's
Yeah.
their wedding photo. So he was an automotive mechanic,
Yeah.
worked on Chrysler
Yeah.
transmissions and also in the oil field.
Yeah.
For his aneurysm, he liked to hunt and fish.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him and his brother-in-law, and that's Teresa standing right behind him.
Yeah.
My dad was a big do-it-yourself kind of guy, so he always had a project going at the house, whether it was tearing walls down or, retiling. He would try anything, do anything. Yeah, my dad was around a lot. Anytime I needed something assembled, I called him for everything, and he would run right over and take care of it. We were really close.
The day he had his aneurysm,
Yeah.
what were you doing? He was tilling up the yard
Yeah.
because my birthday falls on the 5th of November,
Yeah.
and I always get a lot of mums for my birthday. So he was tilling up a garden to plant my
Yeah.
mums.
Yeah.
And that was on November the 10th, a week later.
Yeah.
And he was home by himself,
Yeah.
filling up the yard while I went to a craft show.
Yeah.
And what happened to you?
That wasn't.
Well, he collapsed
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
driveway. How long was you in the hospital?
God.
In a coma.
1, 2, 2.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
And so we were told during that time that, that if he did survive, which wasn't likely, but he would just be a vegetable and for me to start looking for nursing homes.
He could no longer do any of those things. I couldn't even call and have a conversation with him anymore. Of course, he was in the hospital for quite a while, and we weren't even sure if he would make it out. And then when he did, he wasn't able to speak. And I'd never heard of aphasia before, didn't know what that was. And it was just a huge, huge change to everyone's lives. No one more than his, but also ours. It just changed our dynamic completely.
So he got therapy with the veterans over in Big Springs
Yeah.
and therapy here in Midland.
Yeah.
And then they always tell you he did so much therapy, about a year's worth,
Yeah.
and that he had reached his peak, and that was, it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was about that time that about 2 blessings happened.
Yeah.
Teresa had her second child. Ashlyn was about 2 years old, I think, when you had your aneurysm, and she would
Yeah.
sit on your hospital and sing songs to you.
Yeah.
But then when Maddie was born,
Yeah.
Teresa needed a babysitter so she could work. So
Yeah.
we were thrilled to death to be able to actually be useful. And then also, about that same time, we heard about the Aphasia Center starting.
Yeah.
And so Teresa had us, her boss actually had us check into it, and it sounded like something, that we needed. So with Maddie in tow and a carrier, we went to see about the Aphasia Center. He got started there. That gave Gary a place to go where he could be with others and make
Yeah.
friends that had the same concerns,
Yeah.
and gave me a chance as a caregiver, gave me time to go do things that I needed to do.
Yeah.
And it was very affordable to go to the Aphasia Center.
Yeah.
And it was, they had scholarships if you needed it, which helped.
Yeah.
Originally, I think my mom may have mentioned this, that they were told to just put him away in a hospital and he would never have much of a life. And the Aphasia Center has allowed them to see other people with the same disabilities and that they can still have a life. It may not be the life that they would have had, but it's just as good of a life, and they've made some amazing friends, and it's been a huge support for my mom going through this, because my mom's been my dad's primary caregiver for 20 years, which is, you know, a whole challenge in itself to be put into that role. And it's just been a huge support for our entire family. Well, I know for as far as Maddie goes, I mean, I don't even think she sees people with disabilities. It doesn't even register with her. A lot of people are intimidated or, you know, worry about being in that situation, and Maddie just embraces it. And it's just natural to her, because she's been around not just my dad, but so many different people at the Aphasia Center that have different levels of disability.
I feel like most people think that having aphasia makes you less, and to me, my grandfather is just a normal grandfather, and people don't usually recognize that from the outside looking in. But a way that it's influenced me is I'm more like aware of the people that have needs, and that people can't always do things for themselves. And like, I know that I am young and capable, and so growing up around that all the time has made me more like aware that I have the ability to serve, and it's given me a very big serving heart. I feel like I have a really unique and great relationship with my grandmother, and she's like such a hero to me, and she does so much for my grandfather, and I feel like she's the reason that I am the most selfless. She taught me how to do that. He's able to do like artwork there, which is difficult for those who have aphasia, or since he's paralyzed in half his body. And I love that they like accommodate to him, and he can show me his artwork and be so happy with it, and gives him something to be proud of.
And they help each other out,
Yeah.
like whenever they're doing activities, the ones that can help more help the others a lot.
Yeah.
And they're just really a close-knit family, I think.
Yeah.
I think if anyone's starting out that's had a stroke, or for
Yeah.
other reasons has aphasia,
Yeah.
if they would take the risk to check out the Aphasia Center
Yeah.
and see what it's all about, because it is a scary feeling.
Yeah.
Gary knows that, to go in where you don't know anyone,
No.
but then you soon realize that they're all struggling too. They have different struggles,
Yeah.
but everyone's struggling to
Yeah.
find their place, to keep on living and enjoy life.
He is such an inspiration to me, because we all like are like, oh, my day's so bad, like, oh, I just want to go get in bed. But like, you look at him and it's like, I can do it, like I can persevere.